The government can legally steal your stuff.
Hi, I'm attorney Jill Ruane. In today's class in 2-Minute Law School, we are talking about the takings clause. This means that the government can take private property, but there are two important conditions. The property has to be taken for a public use, and the government must pay just compensation to the property owner. For the government to take private property, it has to be for a public use. Over time, courts have interpreted public use pretty broadly. It doesn't just mean taking property for something like a highway or a public park. It can also include things like economic development, building public utilities, or even transferring property to a private company if it benefits the public in some way. Let's say the government wants to build a new public school and your house is in the way. They can use their power of eminent domain to take your property, as long as it's for the public use of building that school. Even though it's your private property, they can take it if it serves a larger public purpose. When the government takes private property, they have to provide just compensation. This means they must pay the property owner a fair amount, usually the market value of the property. The idea here is to put the property owner in that same financial position they would have been had that taking not happened. So not all takings involve the government physically taking property. Sometimes the government passes regulations that severely limit how a property can be used. Now, these are called regulatory takings. If a government regulation goes so far that it effectively takes away the property's use or value, it can be considered a taking, and the government may still have to provide just compensation. Let's say you own a piece of land, and the government passes a law that makes it illegal to build anything on that land due to environmental concerns. If this regulation essentially destroys the value of your property, you might be able to claim a regulatory taking and seek compensation. In some cases, the government may not take all of your property, but just a part of it. This is called a partial taking. The government might take a strip of land for a public road or utility project. Even though they're not taking all of your property, they still have to pay you just compensation for the part they are taking. That's it. Be sure to watch my next video here in 2-Minute Law School. Class dismissed. But first, if you wish you went to law school or you just want to be smarter and win that next argument with friends, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can get new classes when they drop.